Hallucinogenic mushrooms have been essential to ancient Mesoamerican civilizations for centuries. The diverse ancient civilizations of Mexico, such as the Mayans, the Mixtecs, and the Aztecs, displayed excellent knowledge and skill in the use of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Archaeological, ethnohistorical, and ethnographic evidence shows that throughout history, Mesoamerican cultures used hallucinogenic substances in magical, therapeutic, and religious rituals. The Mayan civilization settled and lived in South Mexico from 250 BC to 900 AD. There's little text showing if the Mayans consumed mushrooms during ceremonial practices. However, it's believed that they consumed tiny mushrooms called calizala or cox. 9 mushroom stones were found in a tomb in Berbina Cemetery in Caminal, Huyu, Guatemala. Archaeologists claim that they were created between 1000 to 500 BC. The stones resemble mushrooms with humanoid and anthropomorphic faces that have trans-like expressions. According to American photojournalist Benjamin Lowy, it is theorized that the mushroom stones are relics of a Mayan past in which mushrooms may have been ceremonially consumed tends to be supported by such evidence as can be deduced from the stones themselves. Archaeologists also theorize that the stones demonstrate the pre-Hispanic custom of grinding sacred mushroom stones into powder. The Mixtecs settled in a region of what is now called Oaxaca, Mexico around 1300 BC. The manuscript called the Codex Yutzatohon led to the discovery that the Mixtecs consumed hallucinogenic mushrooms for ceremonial practices. The Codex is considered to be the first documentary record linked to the cultural importance of mushrooms in Mexico. It includes a history of more than 500 years and describes, in pictographs, the mythical origins of the Mixtec universe and rituals associated with maize, pulque, and sacred mushrooms. In the Codex, a sacred ceremony is described in which various Mixtec deities consume sacred mushrooms prior to the first sunrise. The Codex Yutzatohon also contains illustrations of the Mixtec god Xochipilli holding 2 mushrooms in his hands. The Aztec civilization migrated to south-central Mexico throughout the 13th to 15th centuries. The Aztecs lived in their capital city of Tenochtitlan, what is now called Mexico City. The Florentine Codex, a 12-volume book by the Spanish ethnographer Bernardo de Sahagún, has written accounts about the Aztecs consuming hallucinogenic mushrooms. Sahagún wrote the book in the mid-1500s, a few decades after the Spanish conquest. He states that the Aztecs consumed small mushrooms called teonanaca, which translates to flesh of the gods. Sahagún wrote that the Aztecs consumed the mushrooms during rituals to communicate with the gods, both for the celebration of Xochipilli and to seek wisdom for their future. Those who ate the sacred mushrooms would dance and laugh before settling to see their future. Sahagún also said that the Aztecs would eat teonanaca with honey and drink chocolate to decrease the bad taste. He wrote that the small mushrooms had a bad taste, burned the throat, and caused intoxication. They are medicinal for fevers and rheumatism. Only 1 or 3 need to be eaten. Those who eat them see visions and feel a faintness of the heart. The statue of Xochipilli, the god of flowers, is covered in a variety of medicinal and hallucinogenic plants and fungi, including the mushroom Psilocybe asticorum, whose habitat is limited to this region. It was found on the side of the volcano called Popocatépetl near Talmanalco, Mexico. The statue was made between 1450 to 1500 CE, and who made it is unknown. The statue has stylized caps of Psilocybe asticorum on his knees and has mushroom caps as earrings. Archaeologists believe that his tilted face represents being under the influence after ingesting psychoactive plants. The symptoms of intoxication caused by teonanaca are the same symptoms of the intoxication induced only by the members of the genus Panellus. Panellus, the hallucinogenic mushroom, happens to contain psilocybin. The famous chemist, or referred to as the father of LSD, Albert Hofmann, discovered that the psilocybe species belonging to the teonanaca group were also shown to contain psilocybin. The Mesoamerican civilizations of the Mixtecs, the Aztecs, and the Mayans were all consuming the same psilocybe species.